Coach, we're ready when you are.
Tough game. Knew it was going to be a tough game on the road. We knew what to expect. We came in with a great game plan, and just about 36 minutes, man, 35, we did really well. And then for that 5-minute span, we just lost it. The same plays they've been running the entire game. They didn't put any wrinkles. They just got a little tougher. We knew they were at home. They were going to try to make a run. Their star players were going to come out in the second half and try to change what happened in the first half. We came in up 6 at halftime. So, it's a learning experience for our team. We got to continue to do it together. The time that we had off was well spent, but we're not ready to win those type of games yet because you got to be tough. You got to be attention to detail. You got to get stops when you got to get stops, and your ball players, your guys got to make shots when it's time to make shots.
We'll start with Terry.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Hey, man, having such a hard layoff, the biggest thing you're concerned about is getting off to a slow start and being able to finish games. In your opinion, did you have the energy or the endurance to do what you need to do to win the game?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, having that much time off is what it is. Man, we were ready to play a game, and we came out like we were ready. And we played a great first half, a good first half. We should have been up more, but it is what it is. Being on the road, playing a good team in our conference, and then, being up 6 at halftime, that was pretty good. But we knew that they were going to make the adjustments in the second half, and we just didn't meet it. The first 3 or 4 plays, they scored or got fouled every time. So they let me know we came out of halftime not ready to go.
Mitch.
Coach, 2 questions for you. We'll start with the positive. Obviously, the offense looked a lot better today. Talk about some of the things you guys went through during that long layoff to improve the offensive efficiency. Second, the negative part, 9 for 15 for free throw shooting. Talk about what you guys can do to improve and practice upon the free throw shooting.
First of all, on the offense, we had a lot of time to get it right. We started talking about all of the options on the offense and what teams are going to do. It's very hard to play against a zone and then run your offense, but we do have some man plays that we run against their zone. It was really good, and we got into position and got shots. We got great shots, and that's what you want. You just want to get good looks at the basket. We're not offensive rebounding well enough for me. We got 11 tonight, but we need to get more because we're missing a ton of shots. And when it comes to the free throws, these guys just got to lock in. They're doing it well in practice. These guys are shooting 80% and above in practice, but it's a wall. It's walls around. It's an enclosed environment. They get into the arenas open up, and they're not focused. And to me, it's just a focus.
Jason?
Hey, Penny, are you worried at all that this might be something that's going to linger throughout the rest of the season? I know there's different things that's circumstances surrounding this game, the long layoff and all that stuff, but it's 3 games in a row under 60 points. Do you think that this just might be a struggle that's going to be the rest of the way?
Well, you got 2 zone teams. We played the same team 2 of those 3. It was zone games, so we had no excuse against South Florida. But we're getting the looks, man. We talked about this the other day with Cody Topper. They have a stat that talked about the projected numbers that you're supposed to make because of the higher percentage shots that you get. And we're getting high percentage shots more than anybody in the country. I think it's us and maybe Gonzaga or somebody that's really high. But we're not making the shots. Those other teams are. We got to make shots. Every time I look at the stat sheet, we're shooting poorly from the free throw line and we're shooting poorly from 3. And none of these shots are even contested. So we got to be more conscious of understanding that we got to make – our shooters have to make those shots. We just haven't made them. And it has been a problem all year.
Mark?
Hey, Penny, on the last possession, was there any thought in your mind to call timeout as Lomax kind of got in trouble there? Were you thinking all along, like, I want to see it play out here because, maybe catch their defense so it's not set? Not
to throw Alex under the bus, but we actually ran a play where it was a back screen for Lester on the weak side, and on the strong side, you turn, and Landers came back off. Alo made his mind up to go to Landers, but Lester was wide open, and I don't fault him for that because he thought the back action was going to be good because that's what we call. But we always talk about looking at the first part of it, and if you look at that film, DeAndre set an unbelievable screen for Lester, and that's why I didn't call timeout because I saw that. But when he picked the ball up, I was about to call timeout, but then Landers kind of got past number 3 to get a look at the basket, so I allowed him to shoot it. But we got what we wanted. We had what we wanted, and we just didn't choose the right option on that one. And we still got a pretty good look from a good shooter, and we got the offensive rebound. But, yeah, I was close to calling the timeout when Alex was just holding the ball.
Thanks.
Danielle?
Penny, the turnovers just seem like, they keep coming. And, this is the second game that Tulsa has forced, 20 plus. What is there at this point that you can do about that?
Guys got to move the ball. Too many guys are trying to do too much. When you're playing against a zone, they're swarming everything in the paint. They have active hands. This is not one-on-one basketball. You draw two people, you get off the ball, and then you relocate. We're not really buying into that. That's why we're having so many turnovers. We got to do more of passing the ball and cutting away. 0.5 mentality, and we'll be okay. We're just trying to dribble through traffic, and that traffic is causing us to make turnovers.
Terry?
A couple questions, Penny. A lot of your turnovers may have been caused by a lot of ticky-tack fouls on offense that your guys may or may not have adjusted to, and you got to be pleased by the way Malcolm played today.
Very proud of Malcolm. Malcolm's best game of the year, but that's the talent that he has. Musa struggled mightily on the pick-and-roll defense, and we had to get him out, and Malcolm did better. And that's just the type of team we have. We have 10 starters, at least 11 starters. So next man up. Can't feel sorry for anybody. You got to do your job. But I was really proud of Malcolm's performance tonight.
Jason?
First, I wanted to ask about Damian. Did he? What was wrong with him today?
Man, concussion protocol. I didn't think that he was going to be out of this game. He got hit about 3 days ago in practice, and then the next day got the text about concussion, and he had the sunglasses on, and we thought that he would be ready by this game. But obviously, our trainer was like precautionary reason. We wanted his health is number one. But game time decision, he just didn't go. So I guess it was just a precautionary measure. And
then secondly, do you feel, you guys are performing really well rebounding? I mean, tonight out-rebounded them, I think, by double digits, something like that. You're causing turnovers, you're getting steals, you're blocking shots. Do you feel like you're close and that like, just sort of getting over the hump on offense is really what all that you need?
Yes, I do, because our shooters just need to make shots. We don't even ever have to run a set and just do dribble penetration, and these guys are getting wide open looks. The pressure is on these guys to make shots. That's what it is. Once we start making shots, because we're playing good enough defense, as you can see, we're rebounding the ball well enough. We have got to make shots. You can't be 4 for 15 from 3 and 9 for 15 from the free throw line. Every game, those numbers look like that or worse. That's tough. That's tough. It's really tough.
And so how do you is there an easy fix, or how do you think that what do you think is the best way to fix that?
Man, I wish I knew, because it's game time situations that the guys are in, and they're getting good looks. If we weren't getting good looks, I would have to say we got to get better shots for our shooters, but they're getting no contest shots looking right at the rim. You got to knock those down. It is what it is. If you're a shooter, you have to knock those down.
Final question, Mitch.
Coach, in your eyes, who is the leader, one or two leaders on your team, and who would you trust to have the ball at the end of the game?
Well, right now it's DeAndre Williams and Alex Lomax. It's really a toss-up, man, because right now everybody's making bad decisions. But I would say Alex Lomax because he's been here the longest. He should know what to do at the end of the game with the ball in his hands.
Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you.